Speaking of NASCAR, the NASCAR Xfinity Series is on the CW7 Arizona Day, starting at 4 p.m., as Teresa said.
And Lexy talked with racing sensation Sheldon Creed about what to expect. All right, Sheldon, good morning. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're so excited to have this new series coming to the CW. Can you tell us a little bit about what fans are going to see on the new Xfinity Series?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Xfinity Series is where names are made. Lots of action, excitement, intensity coming into the playoffs here. CW is coming at a great time as we start our playoffs, and yeah, just looking forward to the next 8 weeks.
And so you mentioned the playoffs. So what is on the line for you specifically as you head into these playoffs?
Yeah, fortunately, we're going into our last regular season race this weekend in Bristol, and we've pointed our way in. So this weekend is just about, keeping the momentum going for our team and trying to score some playoff points to take with us. If you win a stage, you take that point with you all the way through the playoffs. And if you win a race, you get 5 points that you get to carry with you. So going in and scoring points this weekend will be important for us. And then as we start the playoffs, just being consistent, getting stage points as we go, and trying to just score points. And if you win, you're into the next round. So that'll be important for us as well.
Okay, well, I'm excited to see, and I love this. The name of the game seems like scoring these points and kind of keeping that consistency. Is there a specific track that you are really looking forward to?
Yeah, I would say for the first round, Kansas is probably my favorite that I've circled, sorry. And for round 2, I'd say Homestead. And that's all in the goal to make it to Phoenix in the Final Four to race for a championship.
Nice. Well, we're rooting for you on those tracks, but are there any tracks you are particularly not looking forward to on the flip side?
Yeah, Talladega is probably my least favorite coming up. Super speedway racing is tough to control your destiny, and as we've talked about, scoring points is really important as we get to the playoffs. So, if you get involved in a crash or you just get shuffled out of line, you're giving up a lot of points coming to the end of stages or the end of the race. So, yeah, staying alive at those places is really important, but it's really hard to do.
Okay, so I am not someone who avidly watches racing, but it's so interesting to me because this is kind of a life or death style sport. I mean, this is taking your life in your hands. What is really the danger level here at all the different tracks?
Yeah, I mean, there's some are higher than others. Obviously, I think super speedways are probably more, I guess, dangerous, if you will, type races. NASCAR does a really good job with safety in the race car. So, yeah, you don't see a whole lot of people getting too hurt anymore. But yeah, I would say places like that, and just you can have big hits anywhere, but super speedway racing seems to create more of that.
Well, that's great to know that even though it is kind of high stakes, there's a lot of safety measures put into place. And I mean, for you, when you're in the car, do you still get nervous at all? Do you feel those nerves come up? Or do you feel like you're like, no, I got this on lock. I'm just focused on my consistency and scoring those points?
I would say, yeah, now and then some nerves sneak up. But yeah, most of the time I would say a lot of us are focused on the task at hand and what we need to do to perform the best that day.
And then how did you get into driving? Like, what made you want to become a professional driver?
Yeah, I mean, growing up, I grew up in Southern California and San Diego. So obviously, as you guys know, the desert is really big out there. So I grew up racing BMX and motorcycles, and then moved into off-road and raced off-road through most of my teenage years. And yeah, just slowly kind of transitioned to asphalt, and I've been in NASCAR for 6 years full time now.
Nice. Well, I'm also from Southern California myself, and honestly, sometimes just driving on the freeways out there is like riding for NASCAR. Sometimes that's how it feels. But Sheldon, thank you so much for chatting with us today, and just remind everybody where they can watch Xfinity coming up.
Yeah, starting this weekend at Bristol, you can watch on the CW.
Sounds good. We're so excited. All right, Sheldon, well, we are rooting for you, and we can't wait to see you out on those tracks. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
Get ready to start your engines. You can catch NASCAR Xfinity races here on the CW7. Again, coming up on Friday, September 20th, today at 4 p.m. Watch Food City 300 happening at Bristol Motor Speedway in Tennessee. Get ready to cheer for your favorite drivers with us on the CW7 Arizona.